Hi, my name is Georgiana Mimms. I hope you all have had a good time this evening. I'm going to be a little short here if I possibly can. My background is that I've served here in your community on the Ad Hoc Food and Beverage Committee with Rod Wenger. I also served as the chairman of the Information Advisory Committee, and now I serve on the Finance Committee, and I also chair the Governing Documents Ad Hoc Committee. What our Governing Documents Committee, and you're right, the pay is really good, but they doubled mine last week.
All right.
The Governing Documents Committee is clearly very important because when all of you move in here, you agreed to abide by all of our governing documents. You are provided copies by the seller before you come in. It is your responsibility to look at them and to know what they are. And if you don't like them, you shouldn't buy the house because they are the governing documents as agreed to. We are in the process now because Pulte is leaving. Our CC&Rs were written with Pulte in mind. They wrote them. There were a lot of things in there that were to their benefit. Our committee decided, and Mr. Kittner put this very carefully one day, our job was to revise these documents in a fair and equitable manner in the best interests of all of our residents. And that's what this committee attempted to do. Let me introduce some of them. Mr. Kittner, can you stand up and tell them who you are? Thank you. That's good. That's good. We got it. Fear of Moscow. Thank you. My good buddy back there from Montana, R.D. Corrett. Thank you. And we also had on our committee, but I think he left. I'm not sure why, Gordon Smith, who is a retired California attorney. And then we also have Robert Israel, who is a retired Washington state attorney. They all did an excellent job. They worked very, very hard. We held study sessions. We reviewed those CC&Rs, revised them 6 times until we finally agreed that we had come to what we thought was appropriate for the community. Took a year and a half. I did the typing. I don't know who talked me into that. We also made recommendations with respect to the bylaws. The bylaws, hoping that they would be made simpler and easier for the community. The other thing we were charged with looking at was charter club rules. We put out a request to the charter clubs asking them, what would you like to see changed? What would work better for you? I think we have 61 clubs here. We had 6 respond. We took what they asked and we incorporated them. The new club charter rules, which should be out within the next 2 weeks, are much simpler than they were before. We wanted to take a lot of the requirements that were in those charter club rules that we just felt were onerous and unnecessary. And so we streamlined a lot of things. But we also maintained the responsibility of the Homeowners Association to ensure that your money was protected when you donate to these clubs and that these clubs were run well. So this is what we did. We had a great time doing it. I think it was the most fun committee I've ever been on. I appreciate that, and I hope you all had a fun time. I would like to ask one thing. Anybody in this room who has ever served on a committee in this community, would you please stand up at any time? Thank you. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for coming. You probably think that's a bit presumptive of me. However, I am the one that organized this particular event, which is why you're getting this. I hope you learned some things. I hope that you feel more comfortable knowing who is advising our board on your behalf and why, and the tremendous skill set. When I put together the backgrounds of these people, I went, oh my God, how did I get up here? So, I hope you have a great evening. I'm going to give it back to Jim, and let's see what he'll say.